Rights deals in history. Staples will be known as Crypto.com. Take a look there. The downtown LA arena will hold that name for the next 20 years.
So what you're looking at there, that new logo is going to debut on December 25th for the big Christmas Day game against the Nets. All of the signs at Staples Center will be replaced by June of next year. That's a big job because there's a lot of signs. Now, this is not only a historic moment for LA sports, it's a big moment for cryptocurrency. As it becomes more and more mainstream, it's unclear whether cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin will soon be accepted as payment in the arena to buy food or buy tickets to go watch the Lakers. But big deal there in Los Angeles.
Incredible sign of the times.
Yeah.
You heard it. Incredible sign of the times. They said at the end, a $700 million deal, not to buy the stadium, just to name it, just to put a fucking sign on the door. Yeah, I'm excited. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. So we're looking at CRO, Crypto.com's native token. And the run-up has been incredible, leading up to this. And then today, of course, we see the announcement yesterday, the parabolic move again, all-time high, coming in at roughly 57 cents American. We have been talking about CRO since before it went public. It didn't even show up on this chart. So, I mean, that's how long we have been preaching to get your CRO. Unbelievable how many sporting venues, the Indianapolis 500, the UFC, the Montreal Canadiens, the 76ers. I'm completely out of my element naming another team, but I know that these have Crypto.com logos on them, and that's the only reason I know about this. But that is why we are seeing this parabolic move. If we wanted to take a quick look on a Fibonacci retracement, and for anybody brand new on here, I could go into an entire podcast just on what the Fibonacci sequence is, but we like to use those numbers in a retracement in a trend line, and we like to put that up as kind of like a psychological barrier of where these lines will stop. And most people are doing the same thing. So these are what we see, a trend line, and these are resistance lines and support lines depending on what side of the line it falls on. And as you can see, we have broken through. This is generally the area that we like to call the golden pocket. If I get a coin that I was able to buy in down here in an accumulation phase, and it ever gets to this phase here, this is what I like to de-risk. Okay, so you wanna take out basically your initial put in here. So by about last week, anybody who was on this channel would have had pulled their initial investment out of CRO that we hopefully got you in down here. And now this is all just a free ride. Now, we did suspect we would have a little bit of a retracement here, but this is good because this becomes a support and resistance level whenever this does fall down. And it's quite a healthy looking chart. Now, I knew it would blast through this. I didn't think that we would see this announcement, and we completely parabolic through it today, but we were due for some news. This happened, and now we are going to go up much higher. We should be able to go. Oh man. Sorry about that, folks. I touched that page and it went back on online for me. Convenient. All right, so we think it will go up as high as this top trend line. This is the top of the 432 Fibonacci trend-based extension. I definitely think that this coin will go as high as this. And just based on the news, this coin will probably go much higher than this. This probably, if we actually were to draw another trend line based on the newest information, based on something like this, this is about $1.60 American, whereas the other one we were seeing about 50 or 60 cents. Now, I don't think either one of these are accurate. I think we could pull a $10 Crypto.com coin, no problem, by the time mass adoption comes. Probably in about 2 years we could be sitting on this. But in the immediate time, I definitely think if we go with our original fib drawing, which I'm going to walk you through, we're going to grab the lowest point, we're going to go up to the highest point, and we're going to pull back to this level down here where it retraced to, slide it over so we can see it across the whole chart, do a little bit of a look in. We can see that we're at the 57-cent mark today, and probably around $1.10, $1.11, 111. It'd be a good spot to see this coin for this market cycle. In the next week, 2 weeks, that could be there, no problem. Big news. Next coin, Sandbox. I was just going to talk about how this has not only come up and touched it almost once, retraced, and now is on its way again, but as we're making this, it's literally touching the top. It's going to flip to a minute chart. Yeah, while we were making this video, this has touched the very top. Now, this is another coin that completely could rocket through this, and we draw a new trend. So I drew this one off of information back here. So to get a more updated information, we'll draw a new one a little further down. So let's go from here this time. Sorry, folks. So that last one put us around 370. Down to our pullback. Puts us at, now we would be just de-risking instead of exiting the coin. And with the amount of momentum that's going to go to Sandbox, with the metaverse being as hot as it is, now that Facebook has announced it, and Sandbox has a game that's been in developer mode, and when this comes out, it's going to be huge. So there is no problem. This is another coin that will come up and touch this. This is around the $5 American mark. I don't think this is going to be a problem this cycle, and probably continue on throughout the next cycle, where the bearish phase might not be as bearish with some of these coins like the metaverse. Yes, they're going to lose value. This will probably retrace down, but this will be one of the better coins to come out on the other side of it, whereas some of these meme coins won't even exist anymore. Yeah, so that's about our two hottest stories in coins, unless we move over to Gala, the one-day candle. Look at this thing. This is ridiculous. So, unlike the Crypto.com that had a little bit of this action and then continuation, we just have the parabolic candle up, which is amazing if you were staring at your chart and you were able to take profits here. If you notice that this is our de-risk zone, if you were able to take profits here, that'd be amazing. But because the next resistance point is back down here when it was playing in this level, this is probably where it's going to come back to before it has the next leg up. And if it is moving on to move into some of these upper levels, which looks to be about the 50 to 60 cent mark, we're probably going to have some action down lower first. So, would I buy more of this right now? Definitely not. Would I sell all of my bags of this in somewhere in this action today? Yeah, I probably would have. I don't have a lot of faith in this coin. I hear good things about it. I don't know extremely a lot about it. But if I was able to get in and get out here, this would be great. Okay, so I mean, should you keep a moon bag for the possibility to keep going up? Yes. Is it most likely to retrace a lot before that? Yes. So if you have none of this, or you did like I did and sold it early, then when this retraces, hoping that we hope and it goes back up, if you feel the FOMO, then go ahead. That's your own adult decision to make, but not here. Okay, this is a bad choice. Okay, buying the dip is not this little dip right here. Oh, I bought the dip. This is buying the tip. This could be it, and just based on the fact that it has no support, it will come down, and then this will be the dip. So, kudos to you if you sold this coin up here today. This is something you need to keep an eye on. This is why we say to set triggered purchases and triggered sell points. Because if you weren't staring at this and this hit, you could have caught that action. So I think I have rambled on for over 11 minutes. Hopefully you guys are able to follow along. Any questions, comments, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, all coming up in our next videos. I know everyone keeps asking what's going on with them. Just a quick look over at Bitcoin, which is currently riding 59.9, around the 60,000 mark today. Not fearful, because if we look at, like I said, a healthy chart would have these resistance points, and just looking at where we played around here would be in this area. Okay, so we caught a lot of resistance back in May, back in April, and this would be an obvious place for it to come back to after we caught an all-time high, $69,000 just last week. So this little play around here, this is fine. Unless you're a leverage trader, you just got fucked. Sorry to leverage traders, but I don't recommend that in any way, shape, or form in crypto. Yes, you can make a lot of money, and yes, you can get fucking liquidated. Just like that. So, Ethereum chart, not looking healthy. It had a tremendous climb up, and now it is doing one of these. Now, I don't think this is over. I think this is a great shakeout. And I think that it won't actually come back to see this resistance zone. I think that it will continue. But this is just one of those moments when they are buying your Ethereum off of you because you just got scared. And you think that this was over. And you think this is the bottom. And you saw up here. And now you're scared. And that's what people want to do, and that's what we're saying not to do, or you're not a savage investor. You have weak hands. So that's today's video. XRP, just before we go out, doing the exact same dip as everybody else, but it has continued to stay in this range for the last couple of months, just boring and sideways after a little pump, after staying in this range, after our dump. Everybody is crying about XRP right now, and I am happy because this, to me, is just one last buying opportunity. I was able to stack up on XRP this week, putting some aside to put in the Exum wallet, or Exum, or Zoom. I don't even know how you pronounce this. XUMM wallet, set up a trust line, and we're hoping to jump aboard the Sologenic airdrop. So I don't mind that this price is staying down. I was able to acquire more. And when some of these other projects are popping off, like CRO, we're going to sell the top. Or like I did yesterday, I sold up here with Sandbox. Even though I know it can continue, I didn't want to do any more of this because I knew XRP yesterday was on sale. So that's basically the video for the day. I'm going to get into a couple specific lessons, but that is it from the Coin Guy. CoinGuy.Bitcoin website is getting built and will be up and running. Most of you will be able to get a direct link from our private Facebook group if you are an investor. If you're not an investor, I don't even know how you're seeing this video. If you happen to be seeing this video and you want to become an investor, contact me directly at CoinGuy.Bitcoin. That's all for today's video. We'll talk to you later. Let's go, and I'll see you on the moon.